Hey guys, Peyton Snapick here again for another video for you guys today. So, I know I did say I was going to do this video on the 31st, but this is the video of me talking about the best and worst horror movies of 2017. And, I just decided to do this now, because I can't really think of any other horror movies that I want to see. So, I think I just about seen all the ones I really wanted to see. So, I mean, there is one, but I don't even know if it's really even out yet, because I know some people reviewed about it. Because I think they got the pleasure of seeing it for like a sneak peek sort of thing. But it was the Victor Crowley movie, which is part 4 of the Hatchet films. But other than that, I mean, I think I just about seen all of the horror movies I really wanted to see. So I'm gonna be talking about the best movies, like the best horror movies of 2017. They'll be talking about the ones that were worth watching of 2017, which, if you don't know what that means, meaning like movies that were not bad and they were not the greatest, they were just okay, they were just fine, but they're worth watching. And the worst movies, which is like bad, I don't even think I want to own, even though I might own some of them. Alright, so let's get started. So the first one I have here for the best is Santa Clarita Diet Season 1, which is a Netflix original show. Absolutely loved the show. It was basically starred what's her name? Drew Barrymore and that one guy, Timothy Olyphant. I'm pretty sure I'm saying his last name wrong. But it was a Netflix TV show about this family who moves into this house, and Drew Barrymore and Timothy's character, they're like these house home realtors, whatever you call it. And I think something ends up, I only seen all the episodes once, but I remember actually really liking it. I think Drew Barrymore's character, I think something ends up going wrong with her, and she goes into the bathroom and she pukes like all over the bathroom, and I think she pukes out her heart, I believe. And and it turns out what was wrong with her is like she's half dead and half alive, and she has to like cannibalize people to survive. And I thought it was a really neat TV show, or like really neat, like Netflix show. But definitely check it out if you guys haven't seen it, if you have Netflix. Alright, the next one here for best is Bates Motel Season 5, which is the final season. I always really like, the Psycho movies. I always really liked, the Bates Motel show, which is basically more of a remake. It was like, because it's like, the Rob Zombies remake, because, the remake, like, half the movie was, like, a prequel, and then, like, the first 40 minutes were a prequel, then, then the rest of the stuff, they were just remaking the movie. That's what Bates Motel was. I mean, the first 4 seasons were like a prequel, and then, Season 5, it was just, like, a remake of the 1960 film Psycho, so it was, like, a prequel / remake. But, I really did enjoy Season 5. I know the ending, I don't want to say what happens, but I know the last episode, it was kind of sad, but, I mean, they had to end it somehow, so, yeah. But it's not, Season 5 is not on Netflix yet, so hopefully it does come on Netflix soon. Because I really want to rewatch all the episodes again, because it was a really well done show, in my opinion. Alright, the next one on here I picked for best was the movie Rings, which is supposed to be the Ring 3, or they say it's Ring 4, because they did like a mini movie of Ring or something. But yeah, this is part 3 of the Ring trilogy, and I really love the Ring movies. I like the first one. That was a really well done movie. The second one was okay. I like some of the stuff that happened in it, but I didn't really like it that much. It was worth watching. That was my phone. I'll check it later, but that ding you probably heard, that was my phone. Alright, but anyway, yeah. But the Ring, Ring 3, it did not, because I know the first 2 movies, it did have that Naomi Watts in it, but it did not have her in this one, or the son, so I think it was like about this girl ends up watching, like, because, like, I know back then that, we didn't get what we have now, like a webcam. We didn't really have, like, YouTube back then. I mean, we probably had video cameras, but not like the ones we use now, I don't think. But it was like, it was stuff that was happening when you watch a videotape. So, this one, because, technology got so better now, it was like a YouTube, like, video uploading type of thing. So that's how basically they did it. So that was kind of neat how, they made it be like, like today's technology, if you guys know what I mean. Alright, the next one I picked for best, and I know there's a lot of really bad reviews of this one, but you know what? I always really liked the franchise. I mean, I watched it since I was, I don't know, like 2. But the Cult of Chucky, of course, I always like that little guy, Chucky. So, yeah, I'm really glad that Don Mancini, the director and writer, he came back to do another one, and I know he's going to be doing another one soon, so hopefully we see what he does with this next one. So, yeah, I'm really glad that he did another Chucky. So, but if you guys hadn't seen it, it's basically, a continuing type sequel to the last movie, Curse of Chucky. Nika, Fiona Dorff, ends up going into an insane asylum because, she's being accused of all the murders that happened in the last movie, and, but she's telling people it was Chucky that did it, and, there's some really, stuff in there I don't really want to ruin, even though I did ruin it in the, on the review I did, like, when I saw it a week early, so, yeah. But yeah, I always really liked the Chucky movies, and I know most people don't like, Seed of Chucky or Bride, well, some people like Bride of Chucky, but most people do not like Seed of Chucky. I mean, it's not a bad movie, really. I mean, it's worth watching, though. I mean, it's worth watching. Alright, the next one here, of course, and everyone really likes this one. I like it as well. I mean, it's probably one of the best, like, well-done Christmas movies of all, and it's the movie Better Watch Out. Can't really say too much about this movie because you don't really want to ruin it, but it was basically about, and it was cool, too. They had the 2 kids that played in the movie The Visit, which was pretty cool that they were back in a movie together again. But it's basically, the girl from The Visit, she's babysitting this kid who's, like, 12 years old. And, like, stuff is happening in the house, like, there's, like, apparently these intruders in the house. I can't really say too much about it, because there's, like, a twist that happens in, like, 30 minutes in the middle of the movie, so you can't really say what happens much in it. But just to let you guys know, do not watch the trailer for Better Watch Out, because it basically ruins it. I mean, I know I watched it before watching the movie, but I didn't really know that, because I thought at first, because the way it was doing, it was like more of a comedy type movie, but I don't want to, just don't watch the trailer, okay? Because it will just ruin everything. I know it was the same thing with that movie that came out in 1989, Intruder. You can't watch the trailer for the movie Intruder, because it just basically ruins the whole darn thing. So do not watch the trailer for Better Watch Out. Alright, the next one here that I picked for best, and this one I actually really liked. It was the movie Happy Death Day. Very cool, well done slasher movie. It was like a Groundhog Day type movie about this girl waking up in this guy's dorm, and someone ends up killing her, and she ends up waking up every the exact same day. The day keeps like repeating itself over and over and over and over again, and it keeps happening until because she's trying to find out who it is that killed her, and it's someone like in this costume, like the mascot for like the college thing, and she's trying to figure out who it is that killed her and why, and it's got a really neat twist in it. I enjoyed it. I really like that the fact, because that a slasher movie came back into theaters. I don't think there's ever been a slasher movie that came into theaters since the last Texas Chainsaw movie, the 3D one. I think that's the last slasher movie that came into theaters. Yeah. Alright, alright, the next one I picked for best is the movie The Babysitter, which is also a Netflix original movie. absolutely love that movie. I mean, I watched the trailer for it, and I thought at first that it was going to be stupid, but I watched it, and I got so interested in it, I don't even think I paused it to use the bathroom or anything, so I didn't even think I looked at the clock, you know? I mean, I was so into it. It was a comedy, hard comedy, black type movie, but, you know, I really enjoyed it. It was basically about this girl babysitting this boy, and he ends up witnessing, like, her, like, inviting all these, like, group of friends, into his house, and what ends up happening is, these people are, like, killing this one guy. That's what he ends up witnessing, and, you know, and they're basically saying they have to kill, the little boy, which is the boy that that the girl was babysitting, and, you know, and he's trying to run away, trying to find help before it's too late, before he ends up getting killed by her and all of her friends. So it's like this cult sort of thing. But it was actually a pretty neat movie. I really enjoyed it. And it's a Netflix original movie, by the way. And the last one here I picked for best was The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Really neat movie about these people who are take this dead female body to the morgue, and they can't really find, like, you know, her cause of death or anything, and, you know, and they're suspecting, like, is she dead or is she, like, alive? And, you know, because, like, they're hearing, like, a bell, because they put, like, this bell on, like, on her toe or something, and they hear it ringing. You know, you're thinking, you know, is this person really alive, or, you know, what's going on, you know? But I really enjoyed that movie. So, okay, that was all the best horror movies of 2017. So now I'm going to be talking about the worth watching ones, meaning, like, the ones that were not great, or they weren't bad, they were just decent. They were like, maybe this. So, alright, there was a lot of them that were like that. Okay, so let's talk about them. Alright, so the first one I have here for worth watching was the It remake. And that one was an okay remake. I mean, it wasn't perfect or anything. I like the original one better. That TV movie that they did in 1990, I think that was a better one than this. I mean, it was okay, but I don't know. It was alright. Everyone knows what It is, so I don't really have to explain what that's about. Alright, the next one on here I picked. Now, this one was actually better than the first one. It was Annabelle Creation. That was, like, a little bit better than the first one that they did, because I know the first one got terrible reviews, and it was awful to me, in my opinion. It was so awful. It was just boring. But this one was like a prequel to Annabelle, the first Annabelle. And Annabelle was a prequel to The Conjuring, so it's basically a prequel to a prequel. But I don't know. I thought that, and like I've been always saying, I was always saying that, you know what, if they do a second Annabelle, which they did, I think maybe it would be better. And it was. It wasn't great, but it was a little bit better. It was more entertaining than the first one was. Alright, the next one on here I picked was Open Water 3 Cage Dive. Now, I really like the first Open Water film, and I like the second one too. But this one, I liked how they did this one. It was like they made it into like a found footage type movie. So, and the first two were not found footage, because the first one was basically about I think this husband and wife, or a boyfriend and girlfriend. They end up going on this, like, this boat tour or something, like a diving type team. I haven't seen it in a couple years, so I'm trying to remember what happened. But I think they end up going scuba diving, and they end up getting left behind by the tour, and, you know, they're stranded in the middle of the water by, like, all the sharks and stuff. It was that type of movie. I remember kind of liking it, though. And the second one was just basically about it wasn't really about sharks. I remember it was about this group of friends on this ship, and they end up going into water and accidentally not putting the ladder up. And the problem is they're trying to find their way to get back up on the boat, because, you know, they left the baby up in the boat, and it's crying, it's hungry, and, you know, they're trying to figure out as soon as possible what to do. You know, I don't remember it being anything about sharks, though. And the third one was basically, I know it was like a found footage movie, but I can't really remember exactly. And I did see it because I did review about it, so I might have to re-watch that review video I did. But I do remember it was like a found footage type movie. I think it was like a group of friends going into like they get stranded in the middle of the ocean or something. Sharks are coming. It was something like that. All right. Anyway, all right. The next one that I thought was worth watching was Leatherface, which is you know, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Now, this is a prequel to the 1974 film, the Tobe Hooper film. And I actually did kind of like. I did get to see this movie a month early, so that was pretty neat. I did get the pleasure of seeing it early. And I know that the other one that they did, Texas Chainsaw 3D, it had like a lot of negative reviews. And really, I didn't think that was like a terrible movie. I mean, it's not like a perfect movie. And this one isn't either. I mean, they're both really not perfect, but I don't know, something about the 3D one I always kind of enjoyed. I mean, I think it's that music in there that I really like. It's always the music in these movies I really like. Alright. Alright, the next one on here that I picked for worth watching, and this is kind of funny too. Throat's getting sore already, I'm talking. But it's Jeepers Creepers 3, and everyone knows that. And I know that they had like a hard time trying to get this movie to be made, and I remember hearing about this movie ever since 2012, so it's kind of funny too. Yesterday I went to Walmart, and because I know that it came out to DVD and Blu-ray, I was going to get the Blu-ray version there, but ended up getting sold out already, and I think it only came out on Tuesday, so apparently, and I did not know that the Creeper dude is that popular. I mean, I know Chucky is. I could see why, you know, Chucky, Killer Doll, I could see why that's popular, but I didn't know Jeepers Creepers was that popular. I'm like, good lord. But, you know, it wasn't really that great of a movie. I mean, it's not bad or anything, but it's just not, it's worth watching though. But, you know, but this is basically a prequel and a sequel, because it's like basically a continuing sequel to the first one, and a prequel to the second one. So it's basically like showing like stuff that what the Creeper does between the first and second movie. I mean, about what he's been doing, and you know. But it was worth watching though. And yes, I know all about the director, Victor Salva. We're not going to get into that, but you know, I mean, I do like the Jeepers Creepers movies. I like the first two. They're a little bit better than this. I mean, it's not great or anything. It's okay though. Alright, the next one on here that I picked for worth watching was Jigsaw, which is part 8 of the Saws. Now, I used to hate the later Saw movies, but I like them a lot better than how I used to, and they're not great. Like, I like 3, 4, 6, and 7. I don't really like 8. I thought that one, that's the only one I thought was stupid. Now, and I saw this one on Watch 32, so this one was okay, but it had a weird twist in it, and I don't want to ruin what that twist was. And I could be wrong about what I was seeing, so, because, you know, the movie was like a bootleg type film, and it was kind of grainy, so I might have to watch it, you know, when it comes out, so. But it was a decent movie. Alright, the next one on here I picked for worth watching was Slasher Guilty Party, which is Slasher Season 2. It's another Netflix original TV show. TV show. And the first season, which was The Executioner, which was like like the Screen TV show, which I thought was a well-done season. But this one was okay. I liked how it took place in, like, in like the snow. I don't know where it was that they went, but I like the costume for the killer, with like, because it's basically a group of these friends. They're going, they rent this like remote cabin, and you know, people are dying one by one, and there was like a lot of crazy deaths in this, and stuff that, I don't know, there was some stuffs in there in the movie that kind of like bothered me. I mean, there was like a crazy scene on here when this old guy ends up raping this like 20-year-old boy, and I'm like, okay, that is so, I've never seen that in a movie before, but the rape scenes in this movie were bizarre. The gore scenes were like bizarre, and but some of the deaths in here, they were pretty neat and decent. And I like the costume for the killer, though. I don't want to say what the costume was, though, but yeah, but it was worth watching. Alright, the next one on here I picked for worth watching was the movie Split. Now, everyone says that it's an okay movie, and it's pretty decent. There was a twist in the movie, in the ending of the movie, and I'm not going to say what it was, and I didn't know, it was kind of confusing me for a moment, about the twist, but my mom told me what that twist was, and I looked it up, so I know what was going on, so I think that's why people were so confused about it, because of the twist, but I'm not going to say what the twist was, so... but if you guys don't know what the twist was for this movie, look it up, and you'll find out what was going on in that, so... Okay, the next one I picked for worth watching was The Snowman. I actually really kind of like that one. I mean, it's not great. It was kind of like a pretty cool, like, thriller-type mystery, like, suspense-type movie. Alright, the next one on here is... Now, this movie... It wasn't bad, it was okay. It's the Dementia 13 remake. It's kind of weird, because this movie is from Universal Pictures, and I'm surprised that... Because most of the Universal movies, like newer, like Universal movies, they come out to Blu-ray, but this one just only came out to DVD, so that was kind of weird. But it was so goddamn confusing. I couldn't even tell if it was a slasher, I couldn't even tell if it was like a supernatural. I don't even know if it was both. Or a thriller. I couldn't even tell what type of genre they were trying to do. It was basically about this killer and the killing people one by one. You got a crazy mother in the house. The movie was just so confusing. It was so confusing, I can't even explain what was happening. But this is a remake to a 1963 movie. And I heard that the 1963 movie was a slasher movie, so I don't know. I might check it out. And the last one I picked for worth watching was Creep 2, which, again, this is also a Netflix original movie, so... And I just reviewed this not too long ago, so... And this one was okay. Wasn't great or anything. I did see the first one, because I wanted to see the first one first to see this. And the first one is really good. Very well done. And they're both found footage movies, too. And like I've been always saying about this, I am glad that they did not, make it be like a regular type movie, like they did with like Blair Witch or anything. I'm glad that they just actually made the second one found footage as well, But alright, so that was all the movies for worth watching. Alright, so now I'm going to be talking about the movies that was the worst, like terrible movies of 2017. And there's not really many on here. And I'm just going to talk about why I thought they were bad. So, okay, so first one on here for worst is the movie Pet. Absolutely horrible. The only reason I watched it, though, was because of that one girl that was in that, Jeanette McCurdy from, iCarly, Sam and Cat. I mean, that was the only reason why I wanted to see it, because she was in it. And because I wanted to see what it was like for her to be in a horror movie, And she was decent in it, but the movie was so dumb. Other than that, I mean, that was the only thing I liked about it, was her being in the horror movie. Alright, the next one I picked was The Evil in Us. Terrible movie. I can't remember what happened in that. I think it was like about a group of these friends. They go into like a cabin. They rent a cabin. And this girl's friends, all of her friends, end up turning into cannibals or something. They're trying to kill her or something, and she's trying to find a way to survive. I think it took place like an island or something. I can't remember. It was just so boring. This next one here was just so terrible as well, and I really wanted to like this movie. It was a found footage movie, that's why I really wanted to like it, but I just couldn't get myself into it. It was the movie Phoenix Forgotten. Such a terrible movie. It was only reason I wanted to watch it was, yeah, because it was found footage, and it looked like it was going to be like a Blair Witch type movie, but it was just so confusing, so boring. It was just not a very good movie. Alright, the next one I picked was the movie Don't Knock Twice. Yeah, I know, I have it on Blu-ray, but I know this is dumb, but the only reason I got it, because it was a Walmart exclusive, it was only $13, and because it was Screen Factory. I like to collect some Blu-rays that are Screen Factory, you know. But it was awful. Alright, this next one, I mean, I barely watched it, but I think it was awful because it was all in, like, Chinese or Japanese or whatever country it was from, but it was the movie The Bar. It was a horrible movie. Alright, this next one here, it was so stupid, I just immediately turned it off. Which was a movie called The Axe Murders of Villsca. It was just so dumb. Alright, the next one here I picked for worst was Killing Ground. Again, because some of these ones, they were just so boring that I just immediately turned them off, and I just couldn't get myself into them. And this one I couldn't even get into, Killing Ground. Yeah, it was just so boring. And the last one here that I picked for worst, this one was like so awful. I watched like 40 minutes of the movie, and I was just like, you know what, I'm done with this. And my mom watched it too, and she immediately turned it off as well because it was so dumb and weird. It was a movie called Red Christmas because it was on Netflix. It was so ridiculously weird. I couldn't even understand what the hell was going on with that movie. It was so weird and bizarre. You just have to check it out on Netflix. It was just so weird. Alright, but you know what? Other than that, though, that is it for the best and worst horror movies of 2017. So yeah, usually I don't really do videos about, you know, the best and worst movies. But you know what? Since there was like a lot of really good horror movies, like, you know, Chucky, Jigsaw, Creeper Dude, Leatherface, I figured, why the heck not? Let's do a best and worst horror movie video. So, you know what? And I just did it for you. So, there you have it. The best and worst horror movies of 2017. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.